From an exacting perspective, it's difficult to rank the most beneficial organic products. They're all acceptable, and a large portion of us don't eat the same number of servings as we should. Truth be told, one huge study found that a terrible eating routine was the main source of death and handicap in the United States, more awful even than smoking, and one of the most harming parts of that horrendous eating routine was not eating enough organic product. In any case, of the considerable number of decisions out there, from fiber-rich apples to cell reinforcement stuffed blueberries and everything in the middle of, which organic products pack the most impressive punch for by and large well-being and weight reduction. Realizing which organic products to organize can go far in boosting your well-being while at the same time disposing of that very basic decision loss of motion you involvement with the produce segment of Whole Foods market. So we tapped a portion of our preferred sustenance specialists for their top picks. The 9 most powerful fruits in the world. Indeed, even with the rules above, we needed the specialists to assist us with distinguishing which natural products truly go well beyond, in light of their supplement profile and the most recent exploration. So we asked Cording and Dr. Shetreat to share some top picks that would make it onto their most beneficial organic products list. 1. Raspberries. With a fast sweep of this rundown, its sheltered to state berries are what could be compared to verdant greens in the vegetable world. They're pressed with fiber 8 grams for each cup, that is about 33% of your day-by-day needs, contain an assortment of phytonutrients, and their net cancer prevention agent impact is, gram for gram, second just to herbs and flavors. Also, a recent report indicated that expending 60 grams of dark raspberry powder eased back the development pace of colorectal malignant growth cells and the veins that flexibly them in 2 to about a month. Scientists accept that the organic product phytochemicals invigorate our own catalyst safeguards that kill cell squander items known as free radicals, which, left unchecked, advance cell weakening and lead to harmful transformations. As a matter of fact, a large portion of the berry malignancy research has estimated the impact of a berry remove on human disease cells in a test tube. Be that as it may, Dr. Shetreat accepts that berries as a corresponding treatment for malignant growths of the colon, prostate, and bosom looks encouraging. The Colon Malignant Growth Association bodes well, she includes, since the fiber in the natural product takes care of good microbes in the gut, which at that point produce natural acids, which at that point feed the cells that secure the colon's coating. Extra, raspberries are additionally an extraordinary wellspring of nutrient C. 2. Cranberries. These little red berries sneak up all of a sudden as their berry brethren, however, with a special reward. They have been very much read for their capacity to secure against the strains of microscopic organisms that cause urinary tract diseases (UTIs). They're not an antimicrobial and may not do much for an out-and-out UTI but instead a prophylactic, keeping microorganisms from hooking onto the epithelial cells that line the urinary tract, says Dr. Shetreat. 3. Blueberries. Littler, Tartar wild blueberries are phytonutrient forces to be reckoned with. Wild blueberries are one of the top organic product cancer prevention agents, as indicated by the Nutrient Data Laboratory from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. However, even the full blueberries at your nearby supermarket or ranchers advertise are noteworthy. They have a pleasingly sweet taste yet are genuinely low in calories and low on the glycemic file, says Dr. Shetreat. Truth be told, the best examination proposes that berries are emphatically useful for glucose control. The fiber in the organic product shapes a gel in the gut that can hinder the arrival of glucose into the circulation system, and certain phytonutrients in the natural product may really square sugar from being consumed through the gut divider and into the circulatory system. Also, research recommends that blueberries help ensure the heart, bringing down terrible LDL cholesterol and easing back plaque development, thanks to a limited extent to their dissolvable gelatin filaments. While other exploration proposes blueberries help shield the mind from oxidative pressure and might be defensive against dementia. They're likewise remembered for the Mind diet, which was intended to secure against Alzheimer's infection, says Cording. 4. Tart cherries. All cherries are stacked with the typical polyphenolic phytonutrient suspects just as a decent portion of heart-solid potassium. Be that as it may, tart cherries, particularly as tart cherry juice, have been the best read for their mitigating impacts, including their capacity to decrease joint torment and muscle irritation after exercise. A 2018 audit of the medical advantages additionally discovered some proof for a decrease in hemoglobin A1c, which demonstrates improved glucose control. 5. Elderberry. Elderberries are an extraordinary case, says Dr. Shetreat, who develops them in her patio in the Bronx. They're not intended to be eaten crude, they'll cause stomach upset, however when they're cooked and decreased into a syrup or a jam, they're amazingly successful against seasonal influenza. In Dr. Shetreat's family, an everyday teaspoon of the syrup generally avoids that unwanted wintertime guest when taken at the principal indications of sickness. Examination likewise recommends that the syrup may retaliate against MRSA, methicillin-safe Staph aureus, and lessen irritation in the mind. 6. Pomegranates. Pomegranate seeds and their juice-filled compartments are phytonutrient Goliaths, with a few fold the amount of cell reinforcement movement as green tea or red wine, as per the UC Berkeley School of Nutrition. As anyone might expect, there is tempting starter research that proposes pomegranates can help secure against malignant growth, lower circulatory strain, improve cholesterol levels, and improve psychological capacity. In one little examination, a gathering of more established subjects who drank 8 ounces of pomegranate squeeze day by day for about a month scored higher on memory tests than a benchmark group. One drawback, they're not the most straightforward organic product to eat. In the event that you settle on a pomegranate juice, blend it in with seltzer to monitor the sugar content. 7. Red grapes. Red grapes, similar to the red wine they produce, might be helpful gratitude to one of their polyphenolic mixes. Resveratrol turned into a media sweetheart when a Harvard scientist created some primer creature contemplates proposing that the compound was a cell wellspring of youth. The jury is still out on that one, however there's an enormous pool of writing recommending that resveratrol is significant for heart well-being, Dr. Shetreat says, lessening blood vessel plaque development and bringing down circulatory strain. 8. Citrus natural products. Citrus natural products like oranges, grapefruit, and lemons have generally been touted as extraordinary wellsprings of nutrient C, which is significant for keeping up resistant safeguards throughout the winter cold and influenza season. They're pressed with folate, which is significant for supporting stable degrees of the joy-prompting mind synthetic dopamine, says Cording. Citrus is likewise a twofold danger, Dr. Shetreat says. The thick organic product contains the majority of the nutrients and minerals, while the skin, with its distinctively harsh flavor, contains heaps of phytonutrients. While the vast majority of us don't eat orange or lemon skin, you can shave some off with a zester and add it to smoothies, or you can purchase kumquats and eat the leafy food skin. 9. Apples. Of course, apples aren't the most charming organic product, you're not prone to discover them on numerous superfood roundups, however they have a lot of temperances, not the least of which is that they store and travel well. Apples are likewise a great wellspring of the phytonutrient quercetin, so are red onions, perhaps the most advantageous vegetable, which, in various examinations has been appeared to lessen aggravation and check asthma and hypersensitivity indications. Since apples are so stuffed with fiber, both dissolvable and insoluble, they are likewise significantly more filling than their unassuming number of calories would propose. Various investigations have demonstrated that apples can give an accommodating aid a health improvement plan. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit the like and bell icon to notify you to my next video.